Ryan, back to league action this week after what was a fantastic display against a difficult Ipswich side last Sunday. How are you feeling after that match?
Yeah, I thought the performance level was really high. We went toe-to-toe with one of the top teams in the league and thought we were unlucky not to come away with anything from the game. A couple of missed opportunities and a few decisions didn't go our way in that game, but overall really pleased with the performance levels from the girls.
Having the footage now for that match, as a coach, it must be great to sort of look at that game specifically, especially also as well for fans from a neutral perspective who went to Sunday. Watching that game, it was fantastic, wasn't it?
Yeah, I thought it was a great showcase of women's football in Tier 3. I was feeling a bit under the weather, but the game lifted me spirits on the day. We've asked the girls to be brave and confident in possession, and the last few weeks we've been doing that, and I think we've been reaping the rewards in the performances and the football we've been playing. So yeah, long may that continue, and hopefully we can take that into the game on Sunday.
That game marks our final one at Coach Road from a home perspective this season. What's it been like being there for this whole season and seeing that fan base grow over the last few months? Yeah,
well, the facility is fantastic at Coach Road. I think obviously it was a little bit of a negative moving out of Plymouth at the start of the season, but we had to move to meet ground grading and regulations for the league. So, but it's been great to see the fan base grow at Coach Road. The staff and the facility are up there are superb and they're a great host. So, yeah, it's, like you say, we've settled in really well up there and it's been very welcoming. So, yeah, we look forward to future games at Coach Road in the forthcoming future. Speaking of looking forward, we've now got Cardiff City ladies away from home for the third time this season. Let's talk a bit about your away form. I mean, it's been an incredible journey over the last few months with some of those away fixtures. Where's this come from, this form that you've managed to find? I just think it's down to the players. They've grown in confidence. Away fixtures are always difficult, like Plymouth miles from everywhere. So we've got some long travel on the day. Especially pleased with the performance at MK, scenes where players like Shah getting up at 4 a.m. to get to Plymouth to leave for 6 o'clock. Yeah, I just think it's just the confidence in the squad. They've got belief in the system we're playing and the style we want them to have playing, and they're executing it superbly. So it's credit to the players, really. They put a shift in for 90 minutes, and that's been the pleasing thing. I think for the majority of the games this season, we've played well in all games for the whole period rather than in spells. The only real game I couldn't say we were really poor was probably rugby in the first 45, but again we had a reaction there. So it's down to the character and the belief in the squad, and I think that's what's getting us points on the road. Talk to me about those last few matches as well against Cardiff. What do you remember from those games, and what was it in those matches where we didn't come away with what we necessarily thought we deserved that we were lacking? I think in the first game in the Cup, we got dragged into a little bit of a dogfight. It was a scrap rather than a football match. And Cardiff were better than that than us. So, and they got what they deserved. And I think the game just before Christmas, I think we were the better team on the day. I thought we performed really well. We just couldn't put the ball in the back of the net, and we met a goalkeeper on the day who was superb. So, and Cardiff had 2 chances and scored them. So we've just got to keep doing what we're doing well, move the ball quickly, make it as difficult as possible for Cardiff, and just be clinical in that final third, and I think we'll get a result on Sunday. But Cardiff have picked up form since Christmas as well, so they're on a fantastic run. They're a well-organised side. They work hard for each other, and they're good at what they do well. So, like you say, we expect another tough game, but it's definitely a winnable game this Sunday. Is this another one of those games where you're necessarily focusing more on what you and the girls can do, or is it one of those where you can look at Cardiff this weekend, especially after playing them on a couple of occasions, and hopefully find some gaps that you can exploit or some weaknesses? Yeah, I think if we look at the game before Christmas, we created 7 or 8 really good opportunities, and it was just that clinical edge. But on the flip side, Cardiff have got some good players, and they've got threats on the pitch, so we've got to be wary of them as well. Like I just alluded to, they had 2 chances in the game at Christmas and scored both, so they're clinical, and if you give them chances they will take them. So yeah, we've got to make sure, as good as we are going forward, and we're more clinical in front of goal, that we've got that security behind the ball as well to make sure we nullify Cardiff's threats in behind as well. So yeah, we expect a tough game. Like you say, it's going to be if we can not get drawn into a scrap and a battle, and play football, I think we'll get a positive result. All the best of luck for the weekend, Ryan. Cheers, Jake.